Hello everybody, we're going to take a little walk. We've got a couple of got the campers almost all in. Here's still our little work area with the solar panels and material for maybe some mud rooms, but definitely for Faith's camper. The reason this is here is Faith's camper is going right here. There's Deborah's, but Faith is going to slide right in and come right here, and her front door will be right here, and a little bit of her trailer will be hidden behind Deborah's. She's going to go all the way back to the tree, and this will stop any large animals from coming in this way. We got the barricade all the way to stop them from coming in. It's actually all the way around. And we're getting ready for dinner. So this is what we got set up. I didn't set up this propane yet. That's at least a year of cooking right there, just off the stove. We're going to show you in a minute. I left the Expedition here, but I'm going to unhook, and I can get right out of here and back out, right out there and get out. Shelly Ann, we're working on you now. This is where you're going to be. This is your home. Now, you're close here to the tree. We're going to clean this up and everything out. And then we can take your awning, although it doesn't come all the way out, we have a support. And then we'll build you a mud room. So when you go in with a floor, and then that way when you go into your camper, into your home with the kids and everything, they have a place to wipe their feet, take their boots off, shoes off, and then they can go on inside. Alrighty? And just in case you miss it, we'll give you another tour of you inside. Oh, it's dark in here. I'm not gonna do so well. But there's your little fireplace. Pretty cool. Okay. We know that you want to switch these chairs out. We'll take care of that. And we got this here. Right here is where your stove will go. Your fireplace, the mini stove. In the winter, it's good enough to cook on, make your coffee on. You know, a couple of pans making stew or doing different things. In the summer, or in the spring, summer, and fall, in this area right here, we're going to take that big propane tank and a couple others that we have, and we're going to set them here. Right here, this little kitchen area that I makeshift here to make dinner tonight. We'll go in front of the tanks, and then we'll have a picnic table or a couple in here. We'll put the whole thing under roof in a screen enclosure, and it'll be our family area. And then right in this area, we'll make a nice either fire pit or a big fireplace. We got tons of rocks and stones when we dig that garden. We'll be building all kinds of little rock falls and everything. So this is this. So that's what we got. We got Shelly in here, get you cleaned up, give you a nice yard. You got a little backyard over there. Then we got Deborah here that Christine will be staying in. Here in the feast and everything coming up, and and that's where she's gonna stay. Shelly Ann, you don't worry about your home. You're secure. Your home is your home. We know that you'll volunteer if it's needed, but that will be a last resort. And when we hit the last resort, we'll still look for more before we mess with any family home, because this is for the husband, wives, and children who are prepared, and not just so you have luxury, because if we're not in good shape, we won't be in shape to help the others. So that's that. And then now what we got here is I'm getting ready to pull Faith's camper in, and it's going to come right down this track, straight in, and pop. Father's great. I drove tractor trailer, Kraft General Foods, won their rodeo years ago. Anyway, pulled that sucker in, one pop. That sucker, one pop, was great. Bless Father. Father's just amazing. Prepares us for everything. Anyway, the truck ain't doing it. It got right there. So what the ladies did is emptied the space out. We're not going to get to it tonight, but I got to unhook the camper, get a chain, pull the truck out. Then I'll pull the Expedition in that you can see we can get out, and then I'll take her the rest of the way in. And that will be this phase 1, 2, 3. Your phase, Shelly, the Taylor family will be facing in. Faith is facing in. She's out, but she's facing in. The shop will be put over here when I remove that. And that will be a 20-man tent braced inside with some of these smaller boards and bow them. So it's a permanent structure. And our neighbors down the street at this minute working on their chickens and breeding, and they got an incubator to get us 10 chickens to start, or 20. We'll also be getting about 30 hens. They eat the bugs, ticks, they keep everything clean. They're bug-free down here for the most part. They're great. They're also great watchdogs. Anything comes around. Their animals come up here. Our animals are going down there. We're going to have a great thing. Our neighbor, yesterday when I mentioned, hey, I was going to call a tow truck because I was stuck with the expedition with Shelly's. We were stuck. I says, tell your dad I'm going to get a tow truck rather than pay somebody 50 or 60 bucks. If your dad comes by, you know, maybe we can throw him a few dollars. 10 minutes later, his dad showed up, who lives in town a little bit. He was right there, ready to pull it. No, don't worry about it. No, we're neighbors. And I told him, I said, we'll give you 30 bucks anyway. It'll take 15, 20 minutes. I said, I'm not ready yet yesterday. He came back. I said, anytime after 8 this morning. He was here at 8:30 this morning. Yanked me out. I got stuck again. He yanked me out, and we got that camper in. So that's where we're at. The ladies are working, finishing up clearing here. Shelly, you're not always going to be so boxed in. This is, like I said, this is all coming out, so be totally clean. And this right here will trim down, but here's your clotheslines when you're right outside your door. All these things. We noticed it yesterday. Robin had it, and it was pretty cool. One more thing I wanted to show you. In case anybody from America's Pickers is watching, we found some treasure troves here. Robin found this bucket, and we're going to keep these things. Look at this thing. Let's go back to 1896. Back in 1896, I love the way American Pickers does that. I'll give you $225 for that. So, we're going to have American Pickers out here. We got all kinds of good old junk. I'll probably make a little from the well, which is our well is at the top. It's all down there. About there's a hole in the ground, just natural. And about 3 feet down is always water. Dries out sometimes. I'm going to dig it down 6 feet, line it with slate. Get $2.90 a square, 10 to a box, 29 of them. 3 cases. I can line the hole inside, bottom, everything. That'll give us our carbon and help the part of the filtration process without doing it like everybody else does with the gravel, all kinds of other things. So that's what we're dealing with. And there's the ladies on the other side. See, they're dragging all the brush from here, and they're building a wall up in here. And we got a wall over there, as you're seeing, and all the way around. No animals are coming through there. Nobody's coming through with a shotgun or anything trying to chase us down, which I'm not worried about. And then beyond all this, we're surrounded by swamp down there. There's only one way in. But here's the end of the road that we didn't, and it appears that we own this road because our neighbors down the road said these are all out. That says private road. He owns his, I own mine. Well, we own ours. This goes up straight into Canada through trails. And Bob was explaining to me this morning some of this. We can take it out and take it around and come out on the highway, or we can continue on. So that's what we got going. Get away from my cooking. Too many, and that's actually stew. Too many chefs kill the stew. So this is what this is. We had some beef stew in the can. We put that in. We had some cheese because we didn't have the power hooked up yet, but we do now. But we threw some cheese in there. I threw some meatloaf in there that we had. We had some potatoes for home fries, so we threw that in there, and that's going to be dinner. And just to wrap up, down here, I'm not going to lift it. We got the battery bank under there. Most of these batteries are charged. This one's filling up now. That one's already complete. Okay, here's our, we got a bunch of these battery chargers. We're going to have this set up in my shop, nice and orderly. When you're done with your battery lights, and they get halfway dim, you'll go into the shop, you'll take some out of the charge, you'll put yours in, and that's it. We'll have the water system. We got something worked out with 500-gallon tanks, and we'll have a collection. The way these campers are, if you can see it, there's a slight tip. I'm going to even it more. I only need about 2 inches off from front to back. Every one of these campers will have, and Faith will be here, a 55-gallon drum in the back. I'll build a platform. I'll be building a platform at least as high as this bumper with a 55-gallon drum. And I'll put after we clean these and paint them in top, bottom, sides, I'll put plastic up on the roof, clean sheer plastic. And I'm not going to screw it, I'll lay 2x4s. And I'll make sure I get that water draining from every storm down right into the barrel here. Now with a spigot on the barrel, just a couple feet off the ground, you're even with your spigot down there. Because of the 500 or 600 pounds of water pushing down in the barrel, you'll have tons of pressure. Then we'll have off to the side back here a couple of 500-gallon tanks. About once a week or so, you might need to take a 5-gallon bucket and go take 15 gallons, 3 trips, and dump it in, top yourself off. No big deal. That's the water catch system. But we're also going to have water initially coming in from the well. Something happens, lines freeze, one thing leads to another, we'll have another source of water. We'll have 3 sources of getting water. We'll have 3 sources of electricity: solar, the perpetual power plant, and wind. Not that wind will do much good out here, unless I go into the field across the street or across the path. But that's what is going to happen. These are some of the initial ideas now that it's coming together. So, as you see, we're going to have our circle of homes: Faith, Deborah with Christine, the Taylor family, and then up there, I'll pull the bus straight in, and we'll have our door right there. And we'll all be tidy, and we'll have our family area right here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I love cooking with, don't get me to follow a recipe, ask me to make anything, but I make some of the best food around. Fellas, out of nothing. You just give me a recipe, and I'm in trouble. Okay, I just shut this off. I'm gonna call the crew for lunch, for dinner. I don't know, it's gonna be pushing 6 o'clock. We'll get some solar lights up out here tonight. Hanging light bulbs, as well, 30 on the string, and we'll hook them all up on there. During the feast, the ladies will do the final touches on this. And we'll probably end up waiting for our chickens. We can get them immediately, but we only want to do business with our neighbors. Chickens, hens, anything we need that they can handle. I told them I always come to you first. They're just fascinated I would do such a thing and wait while they incubate. It's only 60, 70, 80 bucks. Chickens aren't expensive. Same thing with the dad. When it comes to the water, if we can use him once a month and give him $100 and have him bring in a couple 1,000 gallons of water, it'd be great. If we need him for a tow, greatest part is, it's clear. They would do anything for us for nothing, and that's the way it stands right now. That's why he ran right here yesterday. As she said, the wife, Tina, John, their dad, Bob, who doesn't live here, he comes up all the time. He's the one who delivers their water. They've been here for years. Dad delivers the water. He'll be plowing our road. He's just finished. Don't worry about this truck. We already talked. He goes, I know when he goes to plow this winter, he's just going to shoot right up here all the time. Let me get Dan out of there. And I'm going to paint their homes come spring. John needs it down there. I didn't say anything. I mentioned it to John, but I didn't mention anything to his dad, Bob. But I'm going to do that. He's also showed us what trees to cut. He says, cut these, a couple here. He said, the nice big one, keep. He said, they're choking them off. Oh, and I'm not going to go show you. We found black raspberries. We found black raspberries just over on the other side of the Jeep. I'm telling you what, I believe when we get down to, I know, when we get down to, and we're cleaned up and during the Feast of Tabernacles, we start playing with the foraging books as practice, right there in this garden and all around here, I know that foraging alone, once you know these plants, that we have everything here. We have everything to make makeshift coffees. I know everything's here. This is a land of abundance the Father gave us here. This soil is so fertile. Look at this. You can see the moisture in the ground. That's just something a little kicked up. I mean, this is unbelievable. You dig down here, there's worms deep. Fishing right down the road. Okay, so that's enough for now. I have a new phone number. Don't be calling my other phone. You're going to get a heroin addict who decided he didn't want to sober up, which is beautiful and fine. But Faith had bought him this phone and set it up, which was fine. It was an Indian giving thing. Indian giving. How dare they do that to Gad? Anyway, but when they were leaving, this phone, my phone's been busted. Christine hasn't got one now. The screens are all broken. We decided this next month, September, instead of paying the bill, that we would transfer over to these Walmart phones. Track phone, I don't know what it is, but these are the ones that get a signal up here, and you're going to actually get the upload today because of this phone. So I told him as he was leaving at the hospital, a couple of homeless kids who had nobody in the world, but yet somehow got a ride. He's got somebody to ride 187 miles up and back, almost 400 miles round trip to get him. But whatever the event was, I says, hey, brother. He says, I appreciate everything. I says, I understand. I really do, and I truly do. And I says, hey, let me get that phone from you, and I'll give you my phone. Maybe he'll go to my text with the 500 texts with all you people and the conversations we've had in text all about Father, the work, doing the money transfers, doing all this stuff. All you can ask for when you get somebody the truth or they come in contact with you is when all hell breaks loose and it goes down before they die, maybe they'll remember you. And that's about all you can do. Because it's only 1 in every 1,000 that end up coming with you or even taking real consideration and trying. So in any event, don't give up. We've got some work to do. We've got a few years left. Get about 2023, America's in trouble then. Your division and your completion in year 23. The chart's there. I don't play numbers or numerology, but that's the game. Okay, so I guess that's enough talk. I get Robin back there playing, throwing stuff. I can't get her off of... You put her in dirt. You put her playing with rocks, cliffs. You can't get away from it. She won't stop till dark out. Okay, we'll see you all later. Say bye, Christine.
Bye.
Say bye, Robin.
Bye, Robin.
Look at, give me a wave. Where's Faith? Oh, Faith is way down here. Oh, there she is. Say bye, Faith.
Bye.
Shalom. Faith said, have a great night. We love you all. Everything we're doing here, we think about you guys. The ones we know and the ones we don't yet. For those who don't know, all you got to do is call us and you can be part of the community. You don't need money. You don't need nothing. We just brought up some people up here withdrawn from heroin. They heard a little bit of the truth. They weren't crazy about that so much. They acted like it. But they wanted to get straight. And we'll step out for anybody. And nobody's going to change. Oh, I'll never do that again. I'll do it over and over again. This ain't my first rodeo. They're about my 10,000th. They just don't like when I got in their face. You want to get straight? And she was smiling. I said, stop smiling at me. I laid into her. And everybody was right there. Either this is real or it's not. Father wanted her delivered. She had the opportunity. It could have been. They refused. We ain't got time to hang around. I told them, I said, now that you've decided I love you, it's all cool, you can go. Just know, when you die, I ain't going to think twice about you. I got work to do. There's more. That's not cold. You're going to see a lot coming in the future here. Next couple of years. Get used to it. They come and go. It's free will. It's their choice. We'll see you later. The Water Shalom. And I want to say I love you to the leaders of the elect of Israel United in Christ. GOCC. Watchman Report. Blessings. The Watchman and his wife. Black Education TV. Tune in to them. Learn some history and some information there. Along with GOCC and Israel United in Christ. Brothers at HOI. Pastor Dowell. All of them. And those who I've missed, there's a lot of yous. I don't follow anybody, but I look in every once in a while. Father's pleased. And you guys make my job easy. All I got to do is prepare, get ready for you. You guys come so I can go fishing. I'm sick of this stuff. Israel, come get this camp. I love you. Dwada Shalom.